Most men live stuck in fight or flight. They wake up stressed, hammer caffeine, grind all day, and wonder why their body feels inflamed, tired, and weak. The truth is, your nervous system runs your hormones, your recovery, your digestion, your sleep, everything. You're not overworked, you're overstimulated. And until you learn to shift between your sympathetic and parasympathetic systems, you'll never get your edge back. I'm Jason Arsenault, former law enforcement, husband, and old dad, and I know what it feels like to lose your edge, to wake up one day and realize that the man in the mirror isn't the one that you used to be. And that is why I built the Alpha Protocol, a system to rebuild the body, mind, and mission of men who refuse to settle. Welcome to the Alpha Protocol. Let's go. Your autonomic nervous system has two modes. The sympathetic, that's fight, flight, or freeze. And then there's the parasympathetic, rest, digest, and rebuild. Think of it like this. The sympathetic system is your accelerator. It gets you up, alert, and ready for combat. The parasympathetic is your brake. It slows you down so your body can repair the damage from the fight. But here's the problem. Modern men live with their foot on the gas. Constant notifications, processed food, poor sleep, blue light, caffeine. Your nervous system never gets to switch off. Your brain and adrenals keep pumping cortisol and adrenaline like you're in a firefight 24/7. Short term, that gives you drive. Long term, it wrecks your hormones, your gut, and your sleep. When you're stuck in the sympathetic state, here's what happens physiologically. Cortisol stays elevated, and that kills testosterone and melts muscle. Digestion shuts down. Blood leaves your gut, nutrients stop absorbing. Your heart rate stays high. Your recovery tank drains fast. Sleep quality collapses. Even if you sleep 8 hours, it's surface level, and you wake up wired and tired. Brain fog sets in. You lose focus because your brain's locked in survival mode. In this state, your body cannot rebuild. You can't burn fat, grow muscle, or balance your hormones. You're trying to perform with a redlined engine. Now, the parasympathetic system, this is where the real power lives. This is your anabolic zone. Testosterone production, digestion, cellular repair, mental clarity, deep sleep, all happens here. So when you shift into this state, your heart rate lowers, cortisol drops, and blood flows back to the gut and sex organs. Your mitochondria repair, your immune system resets, and your hormones, they start to rebalance. This is not weakness, it's controlled recovery. The warrior doesn't live in battle. He trains, fights, and then retreats to rebuild. That's how you sustain dominance. So how do you move from sympathetic dominance to parasympathetic control? You train it daily. These are your switches. Breathwork, slow nasal breathing, 4 seconds in, 6 seconds out. That is going to lower your heart rate and signal safety to your brain. Do it 5 minutes in the morning and before you sleep. Cold exposure. Ice baths and cold showers force your nervous system to adapt. You learn to control under stress. This is going to help you build resilience and enhance dopamine sensitivity. Morning sunlight. Light hits the retina, cortisol spikes naturally, and lets melatonin know that they're ready for the day. This anchors your circadian rhythm and your hormonal clock. Have an evening shutdown ritual. No screens an hour before bed. Stretch, breathe, reflect. Get back into your parasympathetic before sleep. Sleep is when testosterone rebuilds. Don't rob that window. Gut repair. 70% of your nervous system sits in your gut. If it's inflamed, your vagus nerve can't fire properly, meaning your stress response never shuts off. So heal the gut and automatically you start to calm your system. So here's the rule of the Alpha Protocol. Train in sympathetic, recover in parasympathetic, live in balance. You don't want to kill the fight. You just need to be able to control it. Stress is not the enemy, dysregulation is. You should be able to flip the switch at will. Sympathetic on for training, business, combat. Parasympathetic on for recovery, digestion, sleep. That's what separates the man who burns out from the man who adapts. One of them breaks, the other evolves. So If you want to rebuild your testosterone, your focus, and your resilience, stop living in constant fight mode. The Alpha Protocol trains men to master both sides of the nervous system, power and control, because real dominance isn't rage, it's regulation. This is where men are rebuilt.